Hey, yo. Check me out, yo. That was Bad Little Freak by King Shorty Rock. You got to go to all platforms. If you got iTunes, you can go ahead and download that right now. I think for $1. If you got Amazon Music, if you got YouTube Music, if you got, I don't know, wherever. Wherever you get your music from, go ahead and download it. That's Bad Little Freak. Bad Little Freak. I better be saying that right. I'm like, hold on, did I name it Bad Little Freak or Bad Little Chick? Bad Little Freak. Bad Little Freak by King Shorty ROC. King Shorty Rock. King Shorty ROC. Make sure you go download that. Alright? But I do got a topic. I refreshed the I did refresh the post details, so you should be able to see what the topic is now. But the topic of tonight that I'm going to go over is, are you wife material? Now, I did this about a week or two ago when I first got here, just because I wanted to test out the podcast. So I didn't really like how it looked, so I stopped midway. Hopefully it looks a little better now, so I'm going to actually go over the requirements and the 15 things that I look for when it comes to picking the right type of woman, what I look for in a woman. But the topic of the night is, are you wife material? All right. Now, I already went over a bunch of these, so you got to go check out the previous. You got to go check out part 1 if you really want to see all of it. You feel me? But this is part 2. All right. So I'm not going to go over everything that I went over in part 1. Matter of fact, I'm going to go over what I went over. I'm just not going to go over it in detail. All right. So the 15 things I look for, and like I said before, this is not in no particular order, but when I think about a woman who's wife material, this is someone I want to spend the rest of my life with. As a man, these are the things that I look for. Now, all men are not the same, so not everybody's going to have this list, but at the same time, I do look at myself as a regular Joe, which means that everybody may have this list, but a lot of men do have these things on their list. So keep that in mind, all right? So I said, and this is not in no particular order, so don't be like, oh, that should be first, or that should be last, or that should be whatever. No, it's not in no particular order, okay? But I did number them just so I can keep track and I don't get all, I don't get distracted. Anyway, so I said before, this is the other video. I'm not going to go into detail with the first ones. I'm going to go into detail with the second half. So the first ones is, does she believe in God? That's something I look for. Is, how intimate is she? Is she clingy? Because I like clingy women. Is she still sleeping with her ex? Because that's a problem. And how many kids does she have? Does she have a friend with benefit? Does she have a friend with benefit? So tonight, I'm going to go over the rest of them. I'm going to go through 6 through 15, and I'm going to go into detail with each one. If you want to hear my insight and details of the previous ones, go check out part 1 of this series. Are you wife material? Okay, so I'm going to start off with number 6. How many kids does she have? Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. It is very important to me that if I'm going to deal with a woman, if I'm actually going to deal with a woman, I need to know that she has a manageable amount of kids. And what I mean by that is, shout out to all the women that have 10 kids, 8 kids, 6 kids, 7 kids. For me, that's not manageable. I already have 3 kids. I have 3 kids of my own. So if you got 6 kids, that puts us at 9. That's 9 kids. Now, it's different if your kids are older and they don't live with you. I'm really talking about and focused on the kids that actually live with you. If you got 2 kids and they don't live with you, and I'm probably never going to see them, or I'm only going to see them rarely, maybe on holidays or maybe for the weekends, or I might see them, every now and again, it's not really a big deal. But if you're living with a whole bunch of kids, that means them bills is crazy. And because I'm a traditional man for the most part, I do believe in taking care of my woman. So I do believe that a man is supposed to pay the bills in the household, and I do believe that if a woman is paying those bills or paying some of the bills, I believe that she is helping the man out. And I do feel like it's the man's responsibility to take care of his household, at least financially. You could divvy up the other responsibilities, but I do feel like traditionally a man is supposed to bring home the bacon. Not that I'm against my woman working. I would love for my woman to work, especially if we trying to live a certain type of lifestyle and I can't afford it. I would love for my woman to work, but my woman has the option of not having to work. But the only way I can give my woman that option is if successfully I can manage the bills on my own. Okay, and when you have a whole bunch of kids, that means them bills quadruple. So anyway, so what I'm saying is, for me, I look at the amount of kids. Now, kids living with you, I feel like you have to have, I think the maximum amount of kids that I feel like I would be able to deal with on a personal level, and not to knock any women with more kids than this, but I think that three kids is probably my maximum. Really, I prefer 2. I would love for you to have none. But if you don't have no kids and you're past the age of 30, I do want to wonder what's going on. But I think I can manage 3 kids. But anything more than 3 kids, really anything more than 2 kids is kind of a problem. I think 3 kids is kind of pushing it to the limit. But I've been in a relationship with a woman who had 3 kids, and I was able to manage it, and we was able to live comfortably and be able to do the things we wanted to do. But it was a strain on the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So anything more than that, I feel like that's a whole lot of kids. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you're not wife material if you have more than 3 kids, but I'm just saying for me personally, that's something I look for because it is important to me. And then also I want to find out, how involved is your ex in the kids' lives. You know what I'm saying? Because some women, they be like, oh, my ex is very active. They don't need no father. Sometimes that's a problem, to be honest with you. If your ex is way too involved with the kids, that means it could be like the kids could be hating me. They could not want us to be together. They're going to be hating on a relationship. Like a lot of issues happen when that ex is way too involved with the kids. I would prefer a woman whose ex just completely abandoned them, and I know this sounds bad, but I would actually prefer a woman whose ex has nothing to do with her and the kids. You know what I'm saying? That co-parenting is annoying. You think I want you to be seeing your ex every single weekend? You think I want the man that's been that gave you 4 kids to be popping up on the weekends? You think I want the man that you done slept with, sucked off, done all type of freaky nasty stuff to be popping up at your house? Even if he's not coming inside, you think I want him to have that type of connection where he could call you at any time to talk about the kids? Or I don't really like that. I don't really like that. You feel me? So having an overly involved great father is cool, but it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion. Just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I would say 2 kids is my limit. 3 kids maximum. Anything after that, I don't know, man. Anything after that, we gotta talk about. That's if they living with you. If you got a total of 6 kids and 3 of them don't live with you, we straight. 3 of them live with their father, or 3 of them is grown, we straight. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be making a hell of a lot of money if you got 6 kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting anxiety just thinking about the bills. We can't even go to the movies. You got 6 kids trying to go to the movies nowadays with them tickets like $15, $20 each. Good Lord. And them tickets is like $20. The tickets like $15, $20 because, you know, kids love 3D movies. So that'd be like $20. $20 times 6. That's $120 just for the tickets. We're not even including the popcorn and the drinks. Oh, we can't even go to the movies no more. We got to be Netflix and chilling all the time. Dang, we definitely can't go to no fancy restaurant with the kids. Good Lord. So that's what I'm talking about. That's things guys think about. You know what I'm saying? When you talking about you got a whole bunch of kids, I start thinking about the financial responsibilities. I'm like, Jesus, that nigga gonna have to pay child support. If you ain't got him on child support, I'm gonna find him and put him on child support for you. You feel me? But anyway, okay, so number 7 is, are her kids bad? Now, I'm not going to lie. I probably said, now I do kind of remember me saying this in the last one, so maybe I did already go over this. But honestly, if a woman's kids are respectful, if a woman's kids are obedient, if a woman's kids are humble and nice members of society, it probably won't be a problem if you had a whole bunch of kids, if you had more than 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? Because when your kids are manageable and loving and caring and respectful, they become a help rather than a hindrance to our relationship. You know what I'm saying? You tell the kids to go to bed, they go to bed. You tell the kids, like, look, we about to have some private time, don't come in the room. They ain't going to be knocking on your door 30 times. You tell your kids, like, look, y'all need to quiet down because we in a public place. I'm not going to be feeling embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? But if your kids is running off the wall, yo, even having 1 kid would be a problem. 1 disobedient kid is a problem. And y'all be trying to figure out why you single and why a man can't stick around, or why a man be cheating on y'all, or why a man always find somebody else when he with y'all. It's your bad kid. I'm sorry. It's your bad kid, man. People do not want to put up with that. That joint is draining. You know what I'm saying? Make them not want to come to your house when you got a bad kid. You know what I'm saying? The kid always cussing. You got to tell the kid 15 times to sit down and be quiet, or the kid always got you yelling and screaming at him. Like, it becomes stressful. Men start to slide away. They start to find interest in other women that don't got them problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will leave the relationship if your kid is too bad. That's why you got to really put your kid in some counseling. You got to really make sure that you're giving your kid the medication that is needed. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about drugging up your kid, but I'm talking about, like, look, put that melatonin in so y'all could have a good night's rest. You know what I'm saying? So that kid will go to bed, and you and your person that you with, you and your mate, can have a good night. You know what I'm saying? And participate in extracurricular activities. You know what I'm saying? Like, your kid cannot be bouncing off the walls all the time. Like, that is not cute. That's not okay. And as a woman, you should know that. So you should be doing the things that are necessary to make sure that doesn't happen. And I know not having a father in a kid's life is a problem, but find another male figure that can teach this kid some discipline. But most of the time it's y'all not spanking your kids, smacking your kids, knocking them upside their head to make them listen. You know what I'm saying? There's so many parents with bad kids, kid running up and down the hallway, kid don't know how to be quiet, disrespectful, screaming, yelling, cursing, and the mama ain't doing nothing because she don't believe in spanking her kids. Come on, man. You the problem. That's not even the kid. You the problem. You need to put your hands on your kid because your kid don't understand discipline. Your child has no discipline. And I know there's multiple ways to discipline kids. You don't always got to put your hands on them. But that's the fastest way to discipline your kid, by putting your hands on the kid and spanking them. You know what I'm saying? It is legally okay for you to spank your kid. Not abuse your kid, but it is okay in America for you to spank your kid and discipline your child. You need to discipline your child so that when your child get in public, it is not an embarrassment. When you get into a relationship, it is not a deterrent for a man to wife you up. When you got good kids, men don't have a problem putting a ring on your finger. When you got bad kids, I'm not saying you can't get married, but I'm going to say that he going to hesitate. He going to hesitate a little bit. He might wait it out for as long as possible. And your kid's bad, I might not even come around. I'm going to be honest. All right. Just my personal opinion. All right. Number 8. Does she know how to cook? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It's so many women that I've met lately that don't know how to cook. And it is the amount of women that don't know how to cook is disgusting in my opinion. My grandparents would be rolling over in their graves right now if they knew how many of y'all don't know how to cook. And really, it's because of lack of laziness, to be honest with you. You know why I know it's a lack of laziness? Because the reason why I'm not a phenomenal cook is because of a lack of laziness. I don't want to be in the kitchen. I don't like being in the kitchen. It ain't my real cup of tea. But guess what? I know how to cook. I just don't like to cook. But I do know how to cook. I just don't like to cook. And because I don't like to cook, and because I don't feel like getting in the kitchen, that's why I prefer not to cook. But listen, the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I know that's a cliche, but it's a cliche that is real. It is real. The fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So when you don't know how to cook, you're not getting my heart. We both gonna be in there starving. You, first of all, you gotta be like a perfect 10. You gotta be fine as hell, girl. A 10 for me to be okay with you not cooking. That's a fact. That is fact. First of all, Zipporah said it is not legal to discipline at all. That's the issue. No, that's not true. That's not true. As long as you don't leave no bruise on your kid, you can discipline your child. Okay? So that's not an excuse. And guess what? You ain't got to smack your kid aside the head to discipline your child. You could take them privileges away. You could put them in timeout. You can put their nose to that wall and in that corner and tell them don't move. You know what I'm saying? You can give them some chores around the house. There's a million ways to discipline your kid, but some of y'all not doing none of it. Some of y'all arguing with your kid, and that's why they bad. You trying to reason with your kid, yelling at your kid, talking to your kid like they an adult, like they actually understand what you saying, and trying to reason with them to make them be good, and they not, because they horrible, because you're not disciplining them. But smack your kid upside the head and then tell them if they tell, you're going to smack them again. Just don't leave no bruises on your kid. You be straight. You can discipline your kids. But anyway, you got to know how to cook, man. First of all, the longest relationships I've been in is because the woman know how to cook. Even when I wanted to leave, I didn't want to leave. I wanted to leave, but I didn't want to leave because she could cook. I wanted to leave. I eventually left, but I gave her a whole lot of leeway to get it right because she could cook. Because she could cook. Because she could cook. And the better she could cook, the more she gonna see me. I remember I had this one girl tell me, you only come over here when I'm cooking. If I ain't cooking, you ain't coming over here. I say, yeah. Yeah. If you don't cook, I'm not coming. But if you did cook, I'll be over here every single day. So at that point, you got to ask yourself, how into me are you? Do you like me enough to cook and for me to show up every single day? Do you like me enough to cook and I show up and be a great boyfriend, husband, father? Because when I show up now. But when you don't know how to cook, I'm at the other girl house that know how to cook. When you don't know how to cook, I'm at the other girl house that know how to cook. Because a brother got to eat. And some of y'all trying to starve a brother out here talking about, I don't know how to cook, but we can order out. I ain't trying to order out all the time. You crazy? You want a man to fall in love with you? Cook him some good food. You don't even gotta, you trust me. Some of y'all women, y'all think y'all perfect. Oh, I do everything for my man. I cook, I clean, I do this, I do that. Da, 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 da. I'm so wonderful. I don't understand why men don't want to commit. Men are terrible. Men got too many options. Men out here sleeping. Men are dogs. Men are blah, blah, blah. But then when I look at you, you overweight. You about 250 pounds overweight. When I look at you, you look old as hell. You don't keep yourself up. You don't put no type of makeup on. Well, I don't wear no makeup because I don't need no makeup, and I don't believe in makeup. Makeup mess up my skin. Okay, well, you probably do need to put some makeup on. But what I'm saying is there's some flaws that some of y'all got. Some of y'all got some flaws. And a man will overlook these flaws if you do certain things. One of those things is cook. He may not like how you look 100%. But if you can cook really good, he might actually stick around for you. He might stick around and put a ring on your finger. Because a lot of these very, 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 very beautiful women I have found don't know how to cook. So a man know he got to eat every day. So you don't have to be super duper 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 fine to keep a man. But you should know how to cook, because that will actually keep a man. You can have amazing sex. Your sex could be amazing. But if you don't know how to cook, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. That could be an issue. I'm just saying, get in that kitchen. Watch some YouTube. I don't care, man. Good Lord. And stop pressuring me to cook all the time. Like, I be hating that, man. I be hating a woman like, well, my man, she need to know how to cook too. I want my man to cook. I'm a cook sometimes, but that's not gonna be my responsibility, man. My responsibility is to take us out, go places, have fun, bring home the bacon. But you gotta cook that bacon. If you don't know how to cook no bacon, man, then I'm just saying that could be a problem. Anyway. Number 9, is she clean? Listen, your house being a mess and inviting me over, I probably won't come back no more. Just to be honest with you. I'll probably ghost you if your house is dirty. If you smell bad, I'm going to ghost you. Ghost. You know why I'm going to ghost you? Because y'all be ghosting me. Y'all be ghosted. Y'all women love to ghost men. Y'all are ghosts, in my opinion. Most of y'all ghosts. Most of y'all ain't even real. We see y'all online, but we can't touch you. We could never get to you. Some of y'all, I swear, are not even real. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, if you smell good, if your hygiene bad, I'm out of there. I'm out of there. And if you know it's your time of the month, I don't feel like I should smell you. Just to keep it real. And if you smell you, you should make sure that I don't smell you. And if you smell you, you should be telling me today's not a good day for us to hook up or link up. Let's wait a couple days. Because if you invite me over or I invite you over, you know it's your period. And you stink, you'll probably never see me again. All right. Next up. Number 10, is she flirty? Is she super flirty with other men? Listen, men, real men, if you want a real man, I'm not talking about these suckers out here. I'm not talking about these people that's going to be playing you, that's going to cheat on you from day one. If you want a real respectable man that actually is a man, not a simp, not a sucker, not a pushover, you want a real man, a king. If you want a king in your life, no real man, no king enjoys a woman who's always in the face and smiling in the face of other men. You just too nice. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like no masculine female. I like my woman to be feminine. I like my woman to be, peaceful, humble, loving, but she don't need to be too friendly. She don't need to be too friendly. I remember recently, I was at a beach. I took this girl on a picnic at the beach, right? Now we chilling, beautiful scenery. There's a pier out there. We were looking at the waves, we talking, having a great time. And there was a woman that was half dressed. She was thick as hell. She looked cute. And I saw her coming at the corner of my eye, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to look. I ain't going to look. So I tried my best not to look at that girl because I knew it would be disrespectful if I'm looking at this girl. I said, heck no, I'm not looking at this girl. This girl is half dressed. She looked like a piece of meat, a very delicious piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? I saw at the corner of my eye, but I said, you know what? I'm not going to look. She was coming straight for us. I said, I'm not going to look, right? I don't want to be disrespectful. So she walks by. Maybe a couple minutes later, she had a man. Her man was a very muscular, tall guy, right? Now I'm looking at this dude. I'm like, yo, this dude look like he half dressed. Like he has some, with them hoochie daddy shorts on with no shirt on. He fully cut. I'm talking about like, he made me look. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at him, and I ain't look at this girl, but I looked at him. Because I was like, dang, man, he had all the muscles. I was like, it was inspiring me. I was like, dang, I gotta get like that. You know what I'm saying? And I saw the girl that I was with was looking at him. And I said, well, you know, I'm looking, and she looking, so I can't knock her for looking, but at the same time, I wish she wasn't looking. But I don't really know this girl. You know what I'm saying? That's our first date. I said, okay, cool, I don't care. But the thing that got me is we were sitting in the car. We was talking. And then they both came and was coming towards our car. Now the girl was half naked and the guy was half naked. I'm still trying not to look. You know what I'm saying? But they coming towards our car. They coming straight for our car. Do you know this girl want to get out the car and want to start up a conversation with the guy? And she asking me if she could do it. Hey, babe. She calling me babe. This is our first date. Hey, babe, you mind if I just talk to him real quick? Because he looked like he caught a fish. I want to see what the fish look like. I just want to talk to... I said, hell no. No, I don't want you jumping out the car to go talk to this man. He look half naked. Nigga has some hoochie shorts on, flip-flops, and no shirt on. And he's super muscular. No, I don't want you over there talking to him. No. I think it's disrespectful you even asking me that. I appreciate you asking me, because if you would have got out the car without asking me, I just would have pulled off on you. You'd just been stuck there. You know what I'm saying? But I was 100. I looked at dead in her face. I said no. I said hell no. And I never spoke to that girl again. I never spoke to her again. She didn't jump out the car. But the fact that she would do that, the fact that she wanted to be super friendly to a half-naked guy while she with me, I said, oh, that's not for me. Heck nah. That's not for me, Shorty. Shorty, you gonna get me caught up. You gonna get me fighting out here. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. No. What's the poor saying? A lot of women and men don't cook due to a lack of knowledge. A lot of parents are getting younger and younger, and man and woman only gonna start around if they want to, no matter what you do. Listen, I don't know why y'all know how to cook, ladies, but I also don't care. Learn how to cook. There's recipes. There's people that'll teach you step by step how to cook on YouTube. If you got a phone, a mobile device, a computer, you can learn how to cook. And you can learn how to cook some of the best meals around. You can learn how to cook what your grandma used to cook. I guarantee you, if you type in grandma's cooking in YouTube, it's going to be a million things that pop up. You can learn how to cook, learn how to bake a cake, bake a pie, bake muffins, bake cupcakes. Figure it out, ladies. Figure it out. You trying to figure out why this ugly chick was able to steal your man. Because she doing things you don't want to do. Or you refuse to do, or you don't enjoy doing. One of them is cooking. All right. Next up. Number 11. This is my personal favorite. Is she a freak? Now, marriage material. Now, when I think about marriage material, I think about, can I be with you for the rest of my life? For the rest of my life, can I be 100%, 1,000%, 2,000,000% faithful? But I can only be faithful if you a freak. You got to be a freak. You got to be a freak. You got to be a freak. Keep my attention. Listen, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but regular, traditional sex does not turn me on as much as it used to do when I was a little jit. When I was 18, 19, regular, traditional sex was okay. Nowadays, I need you to be a freak. Spit on that thing. Slap it on your face, girl. You know what I'm talking about? I need you to dress up as a totally different woman. I need to walk in the bedroom and not recognize you. I want to be able to cheat on my woman with my woman. I need some new hairstyles. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some piercings. You know what I'm saying? But only for me. I need you to be nasty and dirty. Only for me, though. I need you to be my freak, girl. If I'm going to be married to you forever, if I'm going to be with you forever, ever, I need you to be a freak. I need you to learn some freaky stuff. You could not just get in the bed and just lay there. I tried, man. I tried to be with a woman who was not a freak. I tried. I can't even get it up. I got a naked woman in front of me. I can't even get it up. Can't even get up because all she want to do is just lay there. She just want to lay there. No lingerie. She ain't putting on no smell goods. She ain't like, and we was having a whole lot of fun in the beginning because she was a freak in the beginning. We doing it in the car. We doing it in the living room. We doing it like, you know, all over the place. Then she got comfortable. And it started getting boring. And after a while, my dick was like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So if you want me to be 1,000% faithful to you for the rest of our lives, I need you to be a freak, baby. All right, next up, is she submissive like a wife? Now, I'm not gonna lie, some of y'all got the game all messed up. Y'all think that, first of all, let me stop right here. We need some stars. Go purchase some stars. Share this video. Purchase some stars from Facebook because we need 5,000 stars on this video. Put some stars. Even if you watching it and we not live right now, go find some stars, them gold stars that you purchased from Facebook, and send them this way. Send them this way. We need 5,000 stars on this video, and we also need another 200 followers. So share this in a Facebook group. Anyway, all right. And add me on Instagram, ShortyRocNYC. Instagram. ShortyRocNYC. Okay, is she submissive like a wife? See, some of y'all got the game messed up. Y'all trying to be a wife when you become a wife because you feel like men don't deserve wife privileges if they not your husband officially. But you dating me is the audition. If you don't act like a wife before you become my wife, you will never become my wife. Because I'm not guessing that you're going to be a good wife when it's time to be a wife. Marriage is forever. Ever, ever. Ever, 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 ever. So I'm not going to take the risk of you not knowing how to be a wife unless I see you actually do the wife things. I need you to be a wife before you become a wife. Because if you don't act like a wife, if you're not submissive like a wife, and when I say submissive, I mean stop giving me a hard time all the time. I ask you to do something, I got to explain for 15 minutes why I asked you to do it. I got to explain. When I ask you to give me some water, it's always a, why you can't go do it? I say, baby, can you make me a sandwich? Dang, you see me laying here, you can't go make you a sandwich? Hey, baby, I need you to help me out with my business. Dang, you see me over here like, man, okay, oh, man, what you need me to do? I'm not trying to hear all that. Because first of all, I'm not going to do it to you. You ask me to get you some water, I'm jumping up, giving you some water. I'm not asking you 15 questions why I get you some water. You tell me to stop at the store to pick up something from the store on the way home, that's exactly what I'm going to do. You ain't got to explain to me for 15 minutes why I need to go pick up juice from the store because we ain't got no more juice at the house. You know what I'm saying? You ask me to help you with your business. I ain't going to be sitting here for 15 minutes making you feel bad that you even asked me. I'm just going to help you. But if you feel like you can't be submissive and you don't know how to listen and you don't want to listen and you don't want nobody to tell you what to do, you're not a wife. You're not ready for me. Because the same way I'm going to tell you what to do, you're going to be telling me what to do. I know women love to tell men what to do off the rip. But can you listen to a man? Can you listen when the man tell you what to do? Because y'all love giving out instructions to men. Y'all love telling men, well, you know, you need to do this and you need to do that. And the reason why is because you ain't do this and you need to listen and you need to. Y'all gonna be doing that for the rest of our lives. But can you listen when we ask you to do something? Do you got an attitude when it's time for you to be submissive and you to listen? Can you do it? Can you? Some of y'all can't do it. And I don't got time for it. I'm not trying to be arguing who gonna be the man in the relationship. I'm not arguing over who is the head of the household. I'm not doing that. I'm not arguing with you who the head of the household. I'm not having a constant power struggle with you. I just don't want to be bothered with you. How about that? Go find somebody else who you can order around and won't say nothing back to you. Go find somebody else that you don't have to be submissive to, because around here, we be submissive to each other, okay? And I'm the head of the household. Me. It's not we, it's me. I'm the head of the household. You my vice president, but we are not co-presidents. You could be the vice president or whatever position you want to be. But you're not the president, okay? I'm the president. Know your role. I know my role. I'm going to follow my role to the utmost of my ability. I need you to follow your role to the utmost of your ability. But stop trying to be the man in the relationship. See, all that's fine for you to be the man in a relationship. All that's fine for you to call the shots and you to do what you want to do. That's fine when you're dealing with a weak man or you're dealing with no man. So if you want a weak man, go ahead and continue to live that life. Or if you don't want no man, go ahead and continue that life. Because a real man is not going to want to deal with you if you don't know how to be submissive. Because a real man knows that he's going to have to be submissive to you. Dang. Is she argumentative? Listen, when I was younger, I used to like women that were feisty. I used to like women that used to argue. Get little arguments. We have makeup sex. She argue with me, I argue with her. We yelling at each other. She yelling at me. I'm yelling at her. That was cute. Back in the day when I wasn't a grown man. That's disgusting now. I don't want to be arguing all day. I really don't. If we arguing all day, that's a clear indication we ain't supposed to be together. In my opinion. Now, there's a difference if we've been together already for like 10 years and we arguing all day. We might be at a point in our relationship where we need some counseling and we need to fall back in love with each other. But if it's year 1, 2, 3 and we arguing every day and it's just getting toxic, I don't want to be with you. We're not even gonna make it to the marriage. I'm gonna be honest, because if you too argumentative, I don't want to be around you. If you just an argumentative person in general, like it ain't just with me, you just an argumentative person with your friends, your family, your co-workers, the general public, I don't even want to be around you. I don't want to be around you because there's too much drama. Like, first of all, the world is already filled with a whole bunch of drama. My life is filled with a whole bunch of haters. People always try to destroy me. People always come at me in vicious, disgusting ways and try to get me out of there. Whether they try to fire me, whether they try to get me fired, whether they try to destroy my reputation. It's a lot going on when I step outside my house, aimed at me. I'm not trying to be in my house with a gremlin. So you know you argumentative, don't talk to me. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how cute you are. I don't care if your sex is amazing. I don't care if you're the freak of the week. I do not care. If you are an argumentative woman, stay away from me. Stay away from me because it ain't going to work. You will never get a marriage proposal from me if you argumentative. You will never get some counseling, girl. Anyway, number 14. Is she reliable / a liar? Listen, I got to be able to trust you. I own a business that I feel like is going to be a multi-million-dollar corporation. Maybe even the billions in the name of Jesus. I can't be with somebody who every time I ask them to do something, they be like, yeah, I'm going to help you. I'm going to do it. I'm with you. And then when it's time to do it, they got every excuse in the world. It might be good excuses. It might be logical explanations. But if it's happening too much, at the end of the day, you lying. You say you're going to do something, you didn't do it. So whether or not you had good intentions or you tried to do it, it still comes out to be a lie. I can't stand liars. Like, first of all, women always say, you got to tell me the truth. I could accept the truth. I don't like liars. And they be the main ones lying. They be the main ones don't know how to tell you the truth. A woman to ghost you before telling you the truth. A woman to disappear on you before she tell you, I just wasn't really interested. When you made that comment, it made me feel a little uncomfortable, so that's why I can't talk to you no more. A woman to just disappear. A woman to just run away from you before she tell you the actual truth. But yeah, women always talking about, I want the truth, I want the truth, I want the truth. Tell me the truth. These men are liars. I can't stand liars. I'm not gonna lie, so don't lie to me. There's no reason for me to lie. That's a woman's favorite line. Ain't no need for me to lie. But yet you be lying. You be lying. You be lying when I say, hey, let's go on a date. And you be like, okay, cool, let's go on a date. But then the day come up and you like, oh, I gotta change my plans. I gotta something else came up. Ain't nothing came up. You just don't want to go. Nothing came up. You just don't want to go. I guarantee you, if I was Drake or P. Diddy or if I was Jeff Bezos, something ain't coming up. You just don't want to go. That means you lying. Sugarcoating things is still lies if it's not the 100% truth. But a lot of times, people lie so much they don't even realize they're lying. Don't tell me you're going to show up and help me do something if you're not going to show up and help me do it. I can forgive you the first time, but the second time, I can't forgive you. Oh, you should have reminded me. No, I should not have reminded you. No, I shouldn't have. You said you was going to do it, and you ain't do it. So you lied. If you needed a reminder, you should have said, hey, when it come a little closer to the time, remind me. But your word is your bond. When you break your word, you lie. That's a liar. Part of being a wife is being reliable. Reliable. Are you reliable? Do your friends look at you as the reliable person? When your friends say, hey, let's go out, let's go hang out, are you reliable to be the one to show up and show up on time? Are you reliable, or are you a liar? Do you tell your friends, yeah, girl, I'm going to come out with you. Yeah, we going to hang out. And then when the time comes, oh, girl, I don't even feel like a girl. Girl, these kids. Women that lie love to lie on their kids. Their kids is their number one excuse. Oh, my kids, oh, my daughter, oh, my son, oh, this happened, that happened, oh, they sick, they this, they blah, blah, blah. Be lying on their kids all the time. Stop lying on your kids. Women with kids love to lie on their kids. Their kids is their escape from doing the things that they said they was going to do. But let me tell you something. You lie to me one too many times, you will never get a proposal from me. And men, we understand that. We love a reliable woman. A woman that is there in our time of need. A real man ain't gonna need you that much. But when he do need you, he needs you to be reliable. He gotta feel like he can trust you. Men get let down too. Y'all not the only ones that get let down, ladies. Men get let down too. And it does hurt when you was trying to trust somebody to do what they said they was gonna do and they don't do it. The same hurt that y'all be feeling, we feel too. So are you a liar? Are you reliable? I put reliable and liar in the same thing, because if you're not reliable, you are a liar. You're 9 times out of 10, you have lied about saying you was gonna do something you really ain't gonna do. You really ain't gonna do. Can I rely on you to tell me the truth? Nope. Some of y'all lie through y'all teeth. Pretty liars. Some of y'all don't know how to say, yo, I got too much on my plate. Don't tell me you got too much on your plate at the time that I need you. Tell me that before, when I asked you. If I ask you to do something, I don't want to hear on the day that you're supposed to do it, oh, I got too much on my plate, I can't do it. You're unreliable. If I ask you to do something, be straight up. You know you got too much on your plate already. You know you're doing too much. Just say, nah, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Because that's what I'm going to tell you. Can I trust her to remain loyal no matter what? Listen, loyalty ain't always about cheating. Loyalty ain't always about cheating. Are you loyal? If I said, baby, I don't want you to go out tonight, are you loyal to stay in with me? If I say, baby, I don't really like you hanging around with this particular person, are you loyal not to hang out with that person? If I say, baby, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, are you loyal to actually do X, Y, and Z? Loyalty ain't always about cheating. It's about being a team player. Are you going to stick with the team, or are you going to abandon the team when it fits you? Are you loyal, or do you listen to your parents before you listen to me? Are you loyal, or you taking care of your friends before I'm taken care of? Are you loyal to stick with me as your fellow teammate Or you always looking for another team to stick with them? You more loyal to your job than you are to your relationship. But when the job lets you go, guess who's going to be right here? Me. When your parents and your kids and everybody disappoints you, guess who's going to be right here? Me. Are you loyal? Are you loyal? Loyalty is not always about cheating, but also when you're not 100% satisfied, are you going to go look for some more dick? When you're not 100% satisfied, are you going to start talking to other guys? When you're not that happy in our relationship, are you going to start communicating more and more with the guys that like you? Are you going to start entertaining other men? When we have problems in our relationship, are you loyal to keep our problems to ourselves, or are you going to be telling your friends, family, loved ones, mother, father, sisters, cousins about our problems in our relationship? Are you loyal? Loyal is more than just cheating. So listen, ladies, follow me on social media, ShortyRocNYC. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, ShortyRocNYC. Also, check out our YouTube, because that's probably where this video is going to go. Check out the YouTube, The Khaliseum, youtube.com/The Khaliseum. All right? And please, if you can't get no stars, click on the Cash App. Send us a Cash App, $ Khaliseum. We are trying to raise $5,000. All right? So we're trying to raise $5,000. So click on the Cash App or send us some stars and share this video. Share it, share it, share it, share it. All right. And if you want to hit me up, DM me. If you have any questions or anything that you want me to answer over these lives, let me know. I'm trying to do it consistently. But and I would love to pick a day when I do them, because I want more people to be a part of them. All right. All right. Peace out. Shorty Rock. Holla at me. Peace.